This podcast is brought to you by Kaha Limited. If you want to contact us, you can send an email to admin@kahagroup.com. If you want to know more about Kaha, you can find us at www.kahagroup.com. That's www.cajagroup.com. Enjoy!
Hello, welcome to BiteSize BehSci, where we're breaking down behavioural science one bite at a time. I'm your host Hayley. Today, we're diving into a super interesting topic, the Fundamental Attribution Error. Big name, right? But don't worry, it's a lot simpler than you think. Picture this. You're driving down the road and just before you hit the traffic lights, someone cuts in front of you. Now what's your first thought? Ugh, what an idiot. But is that always the full story? Are they really an idiot? Or is there something more going on? This is where the fundamental attribution error comes in. We tend to judge others by focusing on who they are, rather than the situation they're in. But when it comes to us, we do the opposite. We always consider the situation and don't judge our behaviour based on who we are. Let's revisit that driving scenario. You might have called that person an idiot, but what if they were actually rushing to an important doctor's appointment? Or maybe their kid had a meltdown and they lost track of time before the school run. Instead of thinking about their situation, we often assume it's just who they are. But we don't look at ourselves in the same way. Imagine your classmate didn't get a good mark on a test. You might think that they aren't that smart or didn't study hard enough. Their failure was due to their abilities or effort. But if you got that same low grade, you're more likely to think, I just had too much going on and didn't have enough time to prepare, or that the questions were unfair. Same grade, different reasoning. You give yourself the benefit of the situation and don't blame your behaviour on who you are. So how do we stop ourselves from making this fundamental mistake and sometimes making unfair judgments? Step 1. Awareness is key. The next time you catch yourself labelling someone's actions as rude or lazy, pause and think. What might be going on for them that you don't see? It's game-changing when we stop assuming the worst and give people the benefit of the doubt. Step 2. Try to be empathetic. Swap your judgment hat for an understanding one. You'll be amazed at how many times you see people in a different light. Step 3. Practice perspective taking. Don't just stick with your view. Imagine stepping into someone else's shoes. It's like starring in a play and seeing life from their script. So that's it for today's episode of BiteSize BehSci. Remember, the fundamental attribution error can make us think people do things because of who they are, not the situation they're in. But with awareness, empathy, and perspective taking, we can look at others with a little more understanding. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share. Until next time, this has been BiteSize BehSci. breaking down behavioural science one bite at a time.